Alright everybody, it is Sunday morning and I woke up at 168.8 today, which is a new high. But I ate 3 pounds of food right before I went to bed last night. That was a bad idea. Real quick, I'm also going to eat one of those pieces of fudge right here, so I'm going to eat that real quick. It's really good. So far today I've had my keto coffee. It's about 11 o'clock and I'm eating this right now. I'm gonna go out for breakfast. Probably have an omelet, so kind of higher protein, so I want to get a fat bomb in beforehand. Alright, I'm back. I had to eat that piece of fudge first, give it my full attention. Now, like I said, last night I ate 2.5 pounds of that miracle rice, 42 ounces I believe it was. And once you add everything else that added to the rice, I probably had like 3 pounds of food last night right before going to bed. And miracle rice is like the healthiest volume food you can get. Like it actually slows the digestion of the other food. It limits your glycemic index popping, your insulin spiking. So if there's anything to binge on, it's probably miracle rice. But I felt so miserable. I had like 3 pounds of food on my stomach. I felt miserable. I didn't feel guilty for eating the rice itself because, it's not going to affect, I've tested pre and post eating, it doesn't affect my ketosis at all. I still stay fully ketogenic after eating it. I feel guilty that I wanted to eat that much food and that much volume. I laid in bed after that and I was like, could not even move, just felt miserable. And it's like, why would anybody want to feel like this? And you do, you have like a mental, switch in your head where you just like keep eating until you feel like this fullness. And feeling full and feeling satisfied those are good things, But that was like miserable full. And I didn't really anticipate that. I've had 35 ounces of that stuff before, like in competition prep, and that didn't affect me negatively. That last bag of rice was just the straw that broke the camel's back. But it's so much better to feel like if I needed to, I could move, I could be active, I could perform, in a heightened state versus laying on the bed and not being able to roll over without just feeling like I'm about to die. So, note to self, don't ever eat 2.5 pounds of rice in one sitting. And yeah, that's my note to self. On a separate note, I've had the keto coffee, the piece of fudge just then, and we're gonna go out to breakfast today. So gonna probably get an omelet. We're doing arms and shoulders, training arms and shoulders. I'd like to get some footage for you. Today's just a busy day. I got a client check consultation done, so I felt good about that. I got yesterday's vlog uploading right now. I got that podcast that I'm gonna try and get edited and released today as well, because I haven't released a podcast yet this month and I want to try and do one a month. So I'm gonna try and do that. So I'm gonna knock out some of those to-do things real quick before breakfast, but I'll take you with me to breakfast to see that omelet. So stay tuned. About to have us a shake before we go to the gym. We're gonna do arms and shoulders tonight. So I've only had like 1,500 calories today. I imagine that omelet was right about 684 calories after I added everything up roughly. So doing a shake right now. This bad boy is gonna have 764 calories, 66 grams of protein, and 23 grams of carbs. I'm kind of doubling up on it. I've got 3 tablespoons of heavy cream instead of my normal 2. I've even got a tablespoon of butter in there, which I didn't even add. So hold on one second. Bear with me. 1 tablespoon of pure Irish butter. Boom, that bumps us up to 863 calories. So I'm excited about this. We'll see how she tastes. That'll make my day totals calorie 2,412 calories so far. So 250 in the afternoon. Let's go get it. So that was an updated posing picture. I was 168.8 this morning, so that kind of gives you an idea of what I'm looking like. Hold on, a little bit more water, but I feel pretty lean still. Still got the striations in my glutes, which you couldn't see because of the shorts. I got the crazy sweaty shorts that sweat. So that's what it's supposed to look like after a hard workout. So I've had several of y'all comment on the YouTube channel. You want to see some more workout clips? So I'm gonna show you a couple quick pointers. I did arms, biceps, triceps, and shoulders today with some calves sprinkled in. So we're just gonna run through a couple unique lifts that you don't see, not the typical ones, just to kind of give your creative mind some things to go off of here. So we'll start with let's do a bicep exercise. All right, so we got just the standard barbell curl here, and we're in the squat rack, but as a general thumb, don't do barbell curls on the squat rack. It's against all gym etiquette. So standard barbell curl, nothing crazy. We're gonna mix it up a little bit. So rather than zoom into my hands here, so rather than grabbing the bar like so, you want to have your thumb on the bar like that, and then just not use the wraps. So take the wraps off. So we'll just have our thumb on the outside, do about a little bit wider than shoulder width. And then you want to don't go all the way up, because when you go all the way up, all the weight transfers to the skeletal system and not the muscular system. You'll feel where the weight transfers from the muscle, the bicep peak, to the bone structure. So go just shy of all the way up, so that bicep muscle is still contracted, and then go all the way down and let it hang. Actually flex your tricep at the bottom of the movement. If you flex your tricep at the bottom of the movement, that's going to ensure that it's all the way extended, your biceps all the way extended. So all the way down, hang, flex your tricep, and then come up, just shy of all the way up, and squeeze that bicep. And then again, by not wrapping your thumb around the bar, by having on the outside, you're not going to be engaging as much forearm. As soon as you use that thumb and engage that thumb, you're going to be transferring a lot of that weight to the forearm. By leaving it on the outside, it's going to stay predominantly in the bicep. And since you're doing a bicep curl, that's what you want. You want as much weight as possible and much focus as possible to be directed towards the bicep. So again, thumbs out, just shy of all the way up, all the way down, flex that tricep, and then again, squeeze that bicep, and all the way down. And don't go heavy, you don't need to go heavy. This is a form movement. Like, this is just the bar. You could do sets of 15 with just the bar, and you'll be getting a plenty muscle contraction. You'll be getting a good workout for sure. So that's the bicep tip. All right, now we're gonna do tricep. You've heard the skull crusher, you know. You always select the easy bar curl, skull crusher, or just a straight bar. I like those, but I really like doing it with a dumbbell because you can get more of a range of motion. You could really, isolate the muscle independently because it's not a fixed barbell weight. So let me demonstrate that real quick. I like to get on the bench like so. kind of retract the scapula. So you want to pinch your shoulder blades together. Hold it like a hammer curl style. And go down. Get that range of motion. You can kind of twist at the top of the movement if you want. And I like that honestly more than the barbell. Like I said, you get much more of a range of motion. It's just like you get a really good stretch. Like doing it, it just feels good. It feels good in your back. Your back stretches out. Your arms stretch out. You get a freaky pump. So it's a plus all the way. So the last one for the day, I'm gonna try to do I don't know what the official name for this would be. It's an incline reverse lateral raise, I guess would be the appropriate term. But it's gonna be working that rear deltoid right back here, kind of like where, like if you're hitting a back double bicep pose, really engaging that rear delt. So I like to get an incline bench, put it at about a 45 or so, go fairly light. I grab the 20s, and then I kind of like, I don't sit on the bench, I kind of stand on it, but I squeeze it with my legs, lock in, and then you want to kind of like let your arms hang, but keep your shoulders rolled back, so like your chest is extended forward, and then just really focus on that contraction there. And sometimes I'll even adjust the angle. Like if I want to hit a little bit more central delt, I'll go a little lower with it. Say 30 degrees. And this is going to work more the central rear delt as opposed to the upper rear delt. Another important thing on shoulders, the negative part of the movement is equally as important. Honestly, with any muscle group, the negative part of the movement is equally as important. So don't just like go up slow and let the weight fall down. Focus on controlling the weight throughout the full range of motion on both the positive and the negative part of the movement. So yeah, that's 3 quick tips for you: bicep, tricep, shoulders. So catch you for the next meal. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a long day and I have not had that many macros throughout the day, so big meal right now. We've got the shirataki fettuccine noodles with the zucchini zoodles with that Alfredo sauce. We got 4 keto tacos, which are made using a provolone cheese slice. I put some salmon in there with some sour cream and some salsa, and then I got the keto cheesecake. So, big meal tonight. This meal is over 1,000 calories, but the daily macros are 4,114 calories, 358 grams of fats, 55 grams of carbs, of which 35 are net carbs, and then, actually it's probably more like 30 because the shirataki rice is not a net carb, and then 162 grams of protein. So 15% protein, 78% fat, and 5% carbs. Cannot complain. It's been a successful day. Good arm workout, good shoulder workout. Got some clips in there for you. Got the chat on this because I'm hungry. Got the podcast done. It'll be, the link to that will be in the video description, so listen to the podcast. Got a bunch of client check-ins done. It's been a good day, so thank y'all for following along. Catch y'all tomorrow.